performance. That kid. You made a fan. He was into it. He was into it. He's like, look at this babe.
I'm sorry, boo boo. You're gonna have to wait a few years.
Oh, here we are.
Yay.
I got my Starbucks.
Like, okay.
And I'm with my friend Katie.
Hello, I'm Katie. Nice to meet you.
You might have seen Katie in another video. I just thought she was so interesting that I just wanted to interview you and ask like a few questions. So what's your backstory? Like your family, where you're from?
My mom is Japanese and my dad is from the States. He is from California. My mom is from Yamagata, mostly raised in Sendai. And I am from Aomori, Japan, so like northern Japan countryside. And I've lived my life half and half, so to speak. Half of my life in Japan, half of my life in the States. Right now, I've been in Japan for longer, I think, than in the States.
And when you were growing up, did you use English in the house or did you use Japanese?
That's everybody always asks me that question. We mix, and what's funny how much we mix. Like we mix within our like sentence. Within the sentence, it's mixed. It's not like I speak Japanese and they speak English. It's like I speak Japanese and English, and they speak Japanese and English. Like it's mixed.
At the same time.
Yes.
Ooh, what's he have?
I'm a taste it.
これはおせんべいですか?
Rice cracker.
Rice crackers.
No, salty.
Salty. Oh, sorry. No.
Cheese.
Cheese though. Okay. That's
Salty Japanese soy sauce.
He thinks you don't speak. He thinks you don't speak Japanese.
We'll see before we play this out. We're gonna go and come back. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I like
we're
it.
gonna come back. So well, this is a tourist spot, but when you go walking around, do people speak English to you?
Oh yeah, 100%.
They speak English to you all the time?
Most of the time they do. And I try to see how far that goes. Because they're trying their best speaking English. And I'm like, no, don't worry about it. Like they're trying. Some people talk to you in English because they want to use their English in practice, right?
Right, that's true.
So like until they give in, I'm not giving in.
Are they ever surprised that you speak Japanese?
They'd be like, what the hell? 乗りたいです。
人力車を探してます。
待ってました。
乗ってみたいです。
ちょうどよろしくなんですよ。来ると思って。
そうですか。
はい。私たちのためにありがとうございます。こっちのお姉さんはなんと青森。
青森出身なんです。
青森いました。
そう。
先月をしてて。あ、マジで。
そう。
で名前が幸子。
いや、
幸子日本っぽい。
日本の名前は幸子。
めちゃめちゃニューヨークにいそうやけど。
よく言われる。
ニューヨーク。
カリフォルニアです。
And you went to school in Japan too, right? So especially with anime and manga and all that, there's so much about high school in Japan and school in Japan. Is it really that cool? Is it really as cool as anime
funny.
makes it?
If y'all think, it really wasn't all that pretty. Like it wasn't that like that. Like, you know, oh, it's anime.
You're like memorizing words and taking a lot of tests. In
Oh
my
my
mind,
God.
in my mind, that's what it is. It's just a lot of memorization and hardcore studying and like a lot of pressure.
Japanese education system needs an update, but you know, we're taking our time.
And they still made you take English class, didn't they?
Which was hilarious. I was probably that one student that they didn't want in class when they were teaching English.
You're like, you're not doing it right,
Ma'am. Let me see passport. You ain't got one? I thought so.
Yeah, that wouldn't go very well in Japanese school. Because they can be strict, like no nail polish, no this, no that. Everyone needs to look like this. Put your hair back. Do this.
Okay,
do
see,
that.
everyone needs to look like this was my issue. Because everybody don't look the same. Different is not bad.
When I was teaching in China, like I taught little kids, they would like go up and look at me. Teacher, why are your eyes blue? Teacher, why do you have blonde hair? They would like, I don't know, they were like enthralled, curious. They were so little.
僕が浅草来て初めて食べたラーメンここで。
札幌味噌ラーメンを食べたんだ。Hello. かわいい。
It's adorable. It's adorable. It's a lot of new things you don't know. You'll learn soon. I think I was their first foreign student. So I did set a lot of new rules. Like, I did set a lot of new rules. Middle school, you don't get that much freedom because you're supposed to learn, I guess, like discipline and, you know, being strict or like, you know, following rules and stuff like that. So you had to have your hair up if it's past your shoulders.
Okay.
But when you go to high school, you get a little bit more like freedom. You get a little bit more leeway. So even if your hair was past your shoulders, so you can have your hair down. First year in high school, my science teacher came up to me in the hallway after the bell rang and everybody else was in the hallway. So like, you trying to humiliate me, that's not gonna happen. He came to me in the hallway. He told me to put my hair up because my hair looked like it was done. Like it had been done, but like, I'm black. If you didn't notice, I've been here for half a year, but you know, if you didn't tell it's over here, I know I fit in very well. I am a little bit different.
You must. This came up. Yeah.
And so like, it was an issue. Well, to him, it was an issue. The reason why is because they want you to come in your natural state when you're still learning. Like, you're not here to look pretty for anybody, you're here to learn, right? So, I'm coming as I am. That was mostly for me and my little sister. So she would probably go to the same school that I'm going to, right? This is not going to happen to anybody else that comes after me. Like, this shouldn't be an issue. That was one of the tough things through school. It's not really tough. It's just, you have to, if you could speak up, it's not tough. But when when school is all you have,
It's a small world.
it's a small world. So
Yeah.
you want to be able to fit in and not stand out because you won't have a place to be.
Right.
Luckily, I had a place to be outside of that, so it didn't bother me too much.
Wow, the weather got so nice.
Sun is always on my side.
Do you have dual citizenship?
It's about to be done over. I gotta pick that.
You got to pick one.
I gotta pick a side, I guess, whatever that means.
You have to choose an American passport or a Japanese passport.
Yeah, so I guess.
That's the rule when you reach a certain age.
I'm guessing that's what it is. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna ask questions. Be like, do I have to? Is there a loophole? Or can I keep both?
Would you rather live here in Japan or go to America?
Ooh, current situation. I might want to stay here.
Right, with
Regarding
with
everything that's
Corona
going
stuff.
on right now.
In that case, you'd pick Japanese citizenship then?
But a Japanese passport is more valuable than an American passport.
Yeah, you can get into a few more places, but I mean, it means that you can't get Social Security in the U.S. and it's hard to invest in the stock market and stuff like that.
Pros and cons, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a tough decision to make, like right now.
Especially now. Especially now.
Wow.
I haven't been here since that day.
Welcome back.
Guess who's back?
Back again. Katie's back. With a friend.
Yes.
That was so lame. How about what you're doing now? You're a dancer.
I've been dancing since I could remember, but when I started getting serious about it was in like my second year of high school. I was dancing with people, like we had events in clubs and stuff like that. Or outside of clubs, and like I just got connected with a lot of people that were dancing out in the streets. I'd be like, hey, how do you do that? Because I want to kind of get into that, what you're doing over there, because it looks cool.
Hello. Hello. Super. Hello.
Super cute before.
Oh, you're from
You look great, by the way. You're so sorry. 踊ってたの見てくれてたんだ。
踊ってた。
すごい
ちょっとそこで踊ったの
有名だ。ファンにあった。
That got me known by a lot of other dancers, and then I got the opportunity to audition for a professional basketball team.
Wow.
Or Aomori's professional basketball team. Their first members and stuff like that. So I did that for 2 years. That led me to learn more about different types of dance. Like I did Zumba. I was a Zumba instructor for 2 years, or
that's
not 2
cool.
years, maybe like half a year, because I wanted to move down here. So it's like
Moved
peace out.
from Aomori
Aomori
to
down
Tokyo.
here.
You don't have
Yeah.
plans to go back to America and live there again.
Not anytime soon. With everything going on. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple years. Like, I'll see you guys in a couple years. Maybe a little bit later.
Do you have anything else you want to add? Like anything you want to say, or do you have a funny story to share about Japan, or talk about something you like or dislike or whatever?
Wait, well, so I wanted to talk about if you do visit Japan, but I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon. But if you do, if you do visit Japan though, bring cash. Make sure you have cash. They don't take card like they do in other countries. Because usually everybody pays with card. Like I don't take card. Like they don't hold cash. But here you need cash.
It's a very tangible society. You know, they have techo still. They write things in
Everything
notebooks.
is really old school.
They like paperback books. They like
They still have
cash
files.
for yeah. They still have files in offices.
Physical files. You gotta go through drawers and like dig through. Like you gotta put in actual work to find stuff. That's another thing. Japan, you might think Japan is really high tech. We still use fax machines. They'll send me an email to send them a fax
machine.
like that. But that's like really old school. Like they're really old school. They like to upkeep their tradition. You know, some things you don't need to keep going.
It's ironic that you were just talking about how old school Japan is, and
My
we found a
grandma-
payphone.
My grandma used to collect like the cards that you can like pre-charge for the payphone. It was 100 yen to make a call. How long? I wonder how long. They have it in English. It's a little bit more high tech.
Maybe it's for foreigners that don't have a cell phone here. That's old school. So case in point, we weren't lying. It's really old.
It's really cool. It's like a retro vibe, so you get a good feeling. Like, oh, this is like hippie or whatever. I don't know.
I'm sure people have some questions for you too, and maybe we can answer those in another video. So if you have questions for Katie, write them in the comments section below, and we'll try to do another video and answer
I
those.
might answer them. I might not. You never know. Kidding. Don't tell me what
You're
to do.
setting the bar really high right here.
Don't tell me what to do. No kidding.
Don't tell her what to do. But you actually sound a lot like me. That's why we get along. I don't like authority either. I'm not good at it. I got a Japanese pattern mask.
Okay, see,
Is that pretty? It's alright.
see, I didn't bring my fancy mask because I forgot it at home.
Kimono.
That's
This is
cute.
like kimono material.
Really?
I think it's modeled after that.
That
yeah.
is just like, I don't know if it's real, but that's what
That's what they
I'm
told
saying
me.
it is.
That's why I paid extra money for it.
Are you serious?
It was expensive. Japan is expensive.
It is expensive. Bring cash.
Yeah. Yeah, bring cash. All right. See you next
Bye.
time.